Hi, welcome back to the third masterclass of the Cracking the Dating Code online audio course. In our previous session, I introduced the two most critical pillars of my philosophy, happiness and compliance. These are not just words. They're the internal operating system of a high-value man. I want to reiterate this because many of you still treat them as techniques. No. Happiness is your internal state of abundance. You are the party. Compliance is your ability to lead her like a father leads a daughter, providing direction and safety. When you truly internalize these two mindsets, a magical shift happens. You stop chasing. You stop begging. Instead, you become a magnet. Techniques are always secondary. If your mindset is weak, 1,000 clever lines won't save you. But if your mindset is strong, if you are genuinely happy and dominant, you can say almost anything, and she will respond positively. Let me tell you a story to prove this. It's a real experience I had with my wingman, Jay. We had a 4-way date. That means 2 men, 2 women. We met them at a club, drank a bit, and then, using the law of compliance, we led them back to a private setting. Now, ask yourself, how do we make it happen so smoothly? Did I use magic spells? No. Once we were in the room, I saw that the vibe needed to escalate. So, I proposed a game. A simple killer game or a dice game. But here is the secret. I didn't care about winning. I was in a state of pure happiness. I was losing on purpose. The punishment was stripping clothes. I lost. I laughed and I took off my pants. I was completely unbothered, acting like a child having fun. My energy was so infectious that the girls stopped being defensive. They saw that I wasn't a creepy guy trying to get something from them. I was just a guy enjoying the moment. Then I switched to compliance. I didn't ask, "Can I sleep with you?" I simply grabbed my target, pulled her close, and said, "Move over here." Because the vibe was right, and because I led with confidence, she followed. Jay did the same with the other girl. Within 20 minutes, we were all in the same bed, watching a movie, and nature took its course. Why am I telling you this? Not to brag, but to show you that when you combine happiness, relaxation, with compliance, leadership, women naturally submit to your frame. Logic doesn't work. Vibe works. Now, let's move to a new concept for today, the chameleon nature of women. Many men come to me and say, "This girl is very conservative. She is shy. She doesn't do this kind of thing." I laugh every time. Listen to me clearly. There is no such thing as a permanently conservative woman or a permanently wild woman. A woman behaves differently depending on who she is with. She plays different roles for different men. I categorize these into 3 types. Role A, the queen with the provider. When she is with a boring provider, an AFC, she is cold. She demands gifts. She throws tantrums. She makes him wait. She is the queen, and he is the servant. Role B, the buddy with the friend zone. When she's with a nice guy who lacks sexual aggression, she is polite. She treats him like a gay best friend or a brother. There is no spark, only platonic friendship. Role C, the little girl with the lover. But when she is with a man like me, a man who understands female psychology, who leads, who is dangerous and fun, she becomes a gentle cat. She becomes submissive. She cooks for me. She pleases me. So, never define a woman by her past or her public image. Stop saying she is hard to get. She is only hard to get for you because you are playing the wrong role. However, I must give you a reality check. This is what I call the layer theory or the law of social tiers. Can you attract any woman? Yes. With the right technique and the happiness plus compliance mindset, you can attract almost anyone in the short term. But, and this is a big but, can you keep her? That depends on your social value. Imagine you're a factory worker. Can you use my techniques to talk to a female celebrity or a wealthy heiress. Yes, you might even interest her for a night because you are different and confident. But will she become your girlfriend? Will she marry you? Probability says no. This is the layer theory. People generally date within their social bracket or slightly above/below it. If the gap is too huge, like 5 layers apart, reality will crush the romance. I tell you this not to discourage you, but to make you realistic. Don't be the guy earning minimum wage trying to lock down a supermodel. Use my techniques to attract the best women within your reach, while you work hard to climb the social ladder. Attraction gets your foot in the door. Your lifestyle and value keep you in the room. Finally, I want to clarify a misunderstanding about Daygame, street approaching, versus dating. Many beginners are obsessed with numbers. I approached 200 girls this month. They think approaching is the skill. Approaching is just lead generation. Is sales prospecting. Is the beginning, not the end. I have students who have approached hundreds of women but haven't slept with one. Why? Because they don't know how to date. Dating is where the emotional connection happens. Dating is where you apply the happiness and compliance over a longer period. 1 hour, 3 hours, 5 hours. Approaching is a sprint. Dating is a marathon. Approaching requires courage. Dating requires social intelligence and emotional calibration. If you want to be a master, don't just collect phone numbers like Pokemon cards. Learn to convert those numbers into dates, and those dates into relationships. My team and I, we focus on the result, not the attempt. Don't tell me how many you opened. Tell me how many you closed. To summarize today's lecture, we learned that techniques are useless without the happiness compliance mindset. We learned from the J story that vibe and leadership conquer all. We learned that women are chameleons who reflect your behavior. And we learned to be realistic about our social value. Your homework today is simple. Go out and practice being happy. Not for her, but for you. Observe how people react when you're genuinely having fun. In the next episode, episode 4, we will get practical. I will teach you exactly how to invite and how to set up the date. Thank you for listening. See you next time.